All right, we will now begin the formal wear portion of our show. First up, we have the stylish V-Daddy, escorted by the beautiful Grace Siebert. His biggest pet peeve is when people don't have above a 4.0 GPA. His life goal is to get verified on Twitter, and his dream date would be watching Food Network with someone and preparing a meal that they just witnessed.
Hey, I'm Fish. You're Grace, and you're cute. He's dying to get your number.
Next up, we have John, being escorted by the beautiful Sam Pryor. His biggest pet peeve is when Dakota talks. His life goals are to be the best that he can be at whatever he does, and to someday marry and have 2 children. His dream date would be anything as long as you're there.
Hey, do you believe in love at first sight, or should I walk by again?
Up next is Jason, being escorted by Jill Neisendorf. His biggest pet peeve is women's feet. His life goal is to have stacks on stacks and be the greatest ever. And his perfect date would be her taking him out on a date, her planning it. He's tired of women being looked down upon. Equal rights.
Want to go on a date with me?
No.
Want to go on a date with me?
Not this.
Yeah, want to go on a date with me?
Still no. But wait, I still want this stuff. I don't want to carry it. Next is Craig, being escorted by Tina Regala. His biggest pet peeve is when someone wears cargos with crew socks and Sperry's. His life goal is to get rich or die trying. His dream date would be sitting by the fire on the beach all night long.
Hey baby, I've been really off today. Could you just turn me on?
Don't worry, Craig. I already fell for you.
Up next is Jimmy, being escorted by Sophie Johnson. His biggest pet peeve are people who blame anything but themselves for failure. His life goal is to marry his escort Sophie Johnson after he fixes her left lazy eye, of course, and to take better selfies than Dakota Scabaris. His dream date would be dinner on the moon because his wife will be out of this world.
Babe, the only thing I want to change about you is your last name. And can I at least walk you off the stage?
Next up, we have Ian, being escorted by Emily Westergaard. His biggest pet peeve is significantly audible breathing. His life goal is to grow old enough so he can act being senile so he can wear his underwear outside of his pants. His dream date would be taking a trip around the world in his private jet.
Of all the beautiful curves on your body, your smile is my favorite.
Next up is Paul, being escorted by Hannah St. John. His biggest pet peeve is when he gets roasted by every guy on how he can't get a girl. His life goal is to get as huge as Luke and become an engineer, and his dream date is any date that he could actually get.
Oh, hey, Luke. Baby, you know how to read a map? Because I'm looking to finally get out of the friend zone.
Next up is Adrian, being escorted by the gorgeous Naomi Limes. His biggest pet peeves are when his parents say no, or when people yell at him when he works the drive-thru at Culver. His life goals are to become fluent in Spanish, rescue a puppy from a shelter, and not die alone. And his dream date would be picking up in his 2005 Nissan Sentra and handing you the aux cord and cruising to Epic Air for an epic time.
Baby, is your name Lucky Charms? Because that body's magically delicious. Boom, baby!
Up next is Ryan, being escorted by McKenna Smith. His biggest pet peeve is Dakota Scabaris. Mine too. His life goal is to never work a day in his life and still make millions of dollars. And his dream date would be to take his fine honey out for a nice candlelit dinner at a classy place like Taco Bell or McDonald's. Dollar menu only though. He's a baller on a budget.
Hey baby, are you a campfire? Because you're hot, and I want some more.
Up next is Dakota, being escorted by Kendall Hudson. His biggest pet peeve is when girls wear the clothing pink, but the clothes have no actual pink on them. His goal in life is to be rich enough so he can have a bed made strictly out of dollar bills and own the Playboy Mansion. His dream date would be a nice candlelit meal at McDonald's. After that, he'll take her back to the crib for some Netflix and chill.
Sorry, I needed a picture of you so I could show Santa just what I wanted for Christmas.
Next up, we have Tommy, being escorted by Megan Lomas. His biggest pet peeve is when he watches something with someone and they say, "Did you see that?" His life goal is to keep picking pickles until he finds the perfect pickle. Then he would die a happy man knowing he found the perfect pickle. His dream date would be waking up at the crack of dawn and driving to the farm with his boy Jimmy to herd up their heifers and start milking them. They would shower up and enjoy candlelit dinner with some freshly squeezed milk.
I seem to have lost my number. Could I have yours?
Last but not least, we have Brad, being escorted by Alondra Ruiz. His biggest pet peeve is when people snivel or when people ask hundreds of questions. His life goal is to earn $1 million and to own his own company. His dream date would be crab legs on the beach in Brazil with a Brazilian model.
Joe, you're hotter than the bottom of my laptop.
I'm not interested.
Wow, these boys are a little antsy up here.
Maybe they know it's time for the dreaded question.
Each boy will pull a piece of paper with an unknown question out of a fishbowl. They will then have to conjure up the best answer they can within a short amount of time.
Good luck, boys.
Are you ready?
Born ready.
If you were stranded on a deserted island, what one item would you bring if you could and why?
Wow, I was born on an island. Sri Lanka to be exact. So, I was born with nothing. So I wouldn't need anything but my mom, there to care for me, protect me, love me, nurture me. It's all you need. It's all a boy needs.
If you could be on the cover of any magazine, which one would it be and why?
Thank you.
If you could have any superpower, what would it be and why?
I really like Spider-Man.
If you could change one thing in the past, what would it be and why?
Honestly, I would change my middle name to Love, because love is a beautiful thing, and that everyone deserves to experience love in their life. I mean, love is just what connects two people together, and it's just, I want Love as my middle name.
If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be and why?
I live right underneath a cow. That udder's gonna feed me until the day I die. And after that, all the manure's just gonna keep me warm in the winter, so there's really nothing else to say.
What do you feel is the most challenging issues that teenagers face today?
The most challenging? Probably recognizing what gender they are.
Might be hard to top that one.
If you had to spend a day without technology, how would you spend it?
That is an easy one. I would spend my day feeling Luke McCurdy's triceps because they are harder than a diamond in an ice storm.
What is your favorite piece of clothing? Why?
Well, excluding my Heelys, my man thong.
What is the world's biggest problem, and what would you do to fix it?
I think the world's biggest problem right now is this man right here. I think what we need to do to fix it is just give him some stilts.
Who is your male celebrity crush and why?
This is so easy. You know, I love Channing Tatum. He's so good looking. And Pony from Magic Mike, he nailed that. I gotta say.
How If you could only hear one song for the rest of your life, what would it be and why? Great song. Hey, Brad. What are 3 words that describe you and why?
Sexy, tall, handsome, and tan. That's 4.
Great job.
Nice job, boys. Those answers were fantastic.
All right, we will now take some time to tally up the judges' votes and announce our raffle winners.